What are you hearing about this team that you're seeing on Prime Video tomorrow night? I know Jet fans are hanging their hats on cayenne pepper concoctions that Thomas Morstead is having Aaron Rodgers drink to feel better. What do you have, Albert?
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic there. I feel like a lot of people are walking around on eggshells in that building right now. I don't think it's a very healthy place in general. I think Jeff Ulbricht's doing what he can, and I think he's an excellent leader. It seems to me like there's just like ownership has gotten that thing in a place where it's a tough place to go to work right now. There's pressure on everybody. I think people are feeling the pressure in that building. And there are a lot of guys who, have not played up to their billing. Let's call it what it is, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, Aaron Rodgers himself, Quinnen Williams has come around of late, but I think earlier in the year they would have said he was a bit disappointing. So like a lot of this is the Jets' best players aren't playing to the level that they were expected to play to. And that's without even getting to some of the issues they've had that, maybe they didn't anticipate. The offensive line, like Morgan Moses is a warrior for playing through what he's played through, but I mean, he's 33 years old and dealing with a knee. Tyron Smith, again, like one of the greatest left tackles of all time, but he's clearly on the back nine. It's just, I think with each passing week, Rich, it gets harder and harder to see how this thing's going to come along. And oh, by the way, I think you and I have talked about this, right? Like, remember like the concern that the players had on the firing of Saleh, right? Like that concern was the players looked at it like, what does this solve? We've got a really good defense. You're taking the architect of the defense out of the equation, and then you're stretching the defensive coordinator thin by making him learn how to be a head coach on the fly. I think some of that's manifested now, and the defense didn't play real well down the stretch against a really shaky New England team with a backup quarterback down in there with their season on the line last week. So it's hard to kind of pin the Jets' problems on one thing right now because it feels like it's a little bit of everything and it starts at the top.
When you say top, you're talking about the owner. Is that what you're saying? Okay. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku Channel, 12 to 3 Eastern for free.